Okay, so this is the third time I've had to film the intro because my battery has died twice and I didn't realize it. So anyway, I was geeked yesterday about how amazing the lavalier microphone was and how inspired I was to keep shooting, but I didn't realize my backpack was rubbing against the lav and creating a lot of noise. So all of the yesterday content that I wanted to film with the lav is gone. There was only that one section, which I'll still play, which you've already seen, and then there was another section that I did a little photography thing. So I'm gonna have to do a different segment today, hopefully if I find something cool. But we are on the outskirts of Dubrovnik. We boarded the boat today. It's around sunset. Tonight's our last night in Dubrovnik, so we are trying to get our last shots in Dubrovnik. I just like saying Dubrovnik because it just feels good. It rolls off the tongue real nice and smooth if you can say it right. We are located around the port side. I don't know exactly what it's called, but there's a bridge. This is where all the boats dock. This is the cruise ships and all that stuff. So we are walking around. We have to be back on the boat by 8 o'clock because that's when we're having dinner. Sunset's around 8:30, so I might throw the drone up just to see if I can get any shots maybe around dinner because that's around sunset. But we also don't leave until the morning, so I could possibly get something like that. I'm gonna get out of the road. I'm just talking in the middle of this road right now. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of afraid of heights. This is making me a little bit uneasy just because I can see over the edge and it just doesn't make me feel comfortable. But I still do it. It's like a little bit of an adrenaline rush, but there are times where I go too far and it's just like, and once I'm down, I'm like, okay. But this is actually turning out to be pretty cool. I just keep walking and I can see further and further and further into this, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna call it a valley. It's probably wrong, but to me it's a valley. So I wanna try to see as much as I possibly can because it just keeps going and going, and I like that depth that's going on behind me. The only thing for me that's missing is clouds. Clouds, I love like the stormy, nasty looking clouds, but just anything. And right now there's just like very tiny bit of amount. I feel like clouds help add to the image, and when it's just like a clear blue sky, it just kind of looks bland. So what I typically do is try to shoot down on things just because I don't want to show a lot of the sky since there isn't a lot going on with the sky, unless it's like a cool sunset. But again, with clouds, the sunset looks even better. So I think I'm gonna soon take a picture. I'm near the end of the bridge right now. I just keep walking and it keeps getting better and better, but I'm gonna reach the edge of this mountain right here. And I don't think I'm gonna like that composition, but I think I'm gonna take out my camera and walk back and start taking pictures because I think I'll just get a better composition when I'm a little bit more in the middle. So I personally like those dark and moodier type of photos. So one of my favorite things to do is shoot directly into the sun and directly into the sunbeams and underexpose the living crap out of the photo, just to where you're exposing for the brightness of the sun. And I love the shots that I was getting through here with the boats and everything. I was trying to get one solo boat, but that didn't really happen, so I may have to Photoshop some things out. I would love for the sun to be lower to get my composition a little bit better, but we actually have to head back. Before this, I was actually shooting some boats, and I really love those images. And the way I know is when I look at the back of the screen and it just looks really good, I know it's a good image. That's what I go off of, was when I see the back of the screen and I'm like, holy crap, this looks really nice and I really like it. I like the tones. That is something I really look for when I'm looking at photos. Now with shooting Fuji, I like shooting Fuji because of their profiles. The profiles really do help kind of look at how an edit would look in the photo. Instead of when I was shooting with Sony, their profiles were kind of weird and all over the place, but with Fuji, I just like it. I like monitoring the photos. It just helps me take the photos that I really want.